Ah, curves. Some of us have them, some of us don't. Some of us would like a little more junk in the trunk. Some of us whine about slimming down. Shauna of Peri Pasu gives curvy women access to the kind of fashion that is offered to their straight size sisters. They tackle and solve the plus size fit problem in a way that no one else had either taken the time or had the ability to solve. Can't wait to dive into this fit and design topic. Also, we want to hear from you. So if you haven't left us a review yet, please do so and let us know what your biggest takeaway from this episode is. Or let us know in general what you like about style access. Let's get to it because style access starts in 3, 2, 1. Welcome back, you guys. We are here with Shauna of Peri Pasu. And we are here today to talk about fit and design, the Curvy Girl edition. So, how are you today?
I am fantastic, thank you.
Glad to hear. I'm so happy that you accepted the invitation to come on Style Access.
So excited to be here. And not just because this is the first time that I put on like a bra and makeup in the past couple months, but just
You're not the only one. I'm telling you, this whole COVID situation is crazy. So yeah, I did that and threw on the lip color too. So I feel a little good. So thank you so much for joining. So I just want to dive into some FAQs. So are you up for it?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Okay, so first question. Why do you design exclusively for curves?
That is a fantastic question. The reason I chose to found my company and design exclusively for curvy women is because 68% of American women are above a size 14, and they have historically been the most underserved customers. And I see the inequality and it drives me bananas. And, you know, I made it my mission to try and change that.
Yeah. Yeah, and that is so true. Next question. How did you first design a one-of-a-kind system?
So it took a really long time to figure out. Traditional dressmaker forms, which are the tools that all designers use to create clothing, all pretty much look the same. And to be honest, they haven't really changed much since they were developed and rolled out consistently starting around the 40s when sizing became more standardized. So if you've ever seen a dressmaker form, it looks like, you know, a lollipop, you know, with no head. It's just like a stick with little boobs on it. It's
Right.
not. And then as they get bigger, they just scale up and scale down, like those little Russian nesting dolls that go inside of each other.
Mm-hmm.
But as any woman, or quite frankly, any person can tell you, women don't hold weight the same as every other woman.
Mm-hmm.
And so it made no sense to me that I would try and design something specifically for curvy women on a dressmaker form that, you know, was sort of a hourglass with little boobs, and that was it. So I did a lot of research and I found a large scale study that put 3D body scanners in malls across the country. And they scanned hundreds of thousands of men, women, and children and gathered all that data.
Mm-hmm.
And the data was used for things like Boeing to figure out how big to make an airline seat, or the US military to make uniforms. So I bought a slice of that data that corresponded to women roughly between the ages of like 30 and 55,
Mm-hmm.
from a size 14 and up. And I had that data analyzed. From that analysis, I was able to create 3 very distinct dressmaker forms that truly reflect the differences, the major differences in women's bodies.
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, one form where all the weight is in the front, or one form that has bigger hips and a bigger behind.
Mm-hmm.
So that really helps me to design clothing in a more realistic fashion, and clothing that can actually be tailored to the body.
Mm-hmm.
It took a long time.
I know.
A lot of trial and error.
So how do you think it's spot on, with your bust forms and everything?
To be honest, I don't think it will ever be spot on. I think
Mm-hmm.
it's all people are constantly evolving and changing. The entire nation, in fact, the entire world is just getting bigger and bigger.
Mm-hmm.
So, I try and keep an open mind in saying that nothing is ever final, so that I can get feedback from my customers and make tweaks as necessary.
Right.
But I am pretty happy with how they've turned out so far.
Okay. All right. And I know a lot of people wonder because, why is it like a higher price point? Can you speak to that?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So I get asked that question a lot. Like, why does the clothes, why do they cost so much? And truth be told, a lot of research and development went into making these forms and making these, enabling these systems so that I can create clothing that is really well tailored. I use incredible fabrics that I source from primarily from Italy and Japan. I use incredible craftsmen to cut and sew the pieces, both here in America and abroad. And I'm not interested in cutting corners. There's a lot of clothing out there, a ton of fast fashion that, quite honestly, where it gets worn once and it ends up in a landfill somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to make pieces that are timeless, that are well made, and that you'll hold on to and have for a long, long time.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's worth the investment.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't understand that, and especially if you have like the fast fashion mentality. So you want quality pieces that can stay in your, closet, and you have in your wardrobe for years to come. So I get it. How did you come to create 21 different pant options?
So that's a great question. So I use 3 distinct shapes: B, C, and D. Within those shapes, I use 7 sizes. So when you buy trousers from us or pants from us, you buy them in the same way that you would buy a bra, by cup and by band. So we've taken that same approach. First, you find your shape, and then you pick your numeric size. And we ended up with 21 different sizes.
Wow. Yeah. What was the first thing that you discovered as you learned to design clothing for curvy women?
Oh my God. The first thing, I won't tell you the first thing. I'll tell you the most eye-opening thing that I discovered when I started this process was just how little expertise there is available in the fashion industry that specializes in designing for curvy women, producing for curvy women. I'll tell you a story. So when I got the first prototypes of my forms, they came in these massive boxes. They looked like coffins. I had to take a crowbar and open them up. It pulled out these huge, 5.5 foot tall forms. And when I was so excited, I lined them up next to each other and I was like, I thought they would look more different from one another. And I called the company that I had been working with and I said, I'm not really sure why they all look so similar. And the company said, well, we went ahead and modified them for you so that it would be easier for your factories to understand how to work with them. And I was like, okay, that's exactly what I'm trying not to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm not trying to conform to the standards that have been in place for years and years and years. I'm trying to create something new. And that's when I really started to realize like just what an uphill battle I was facing with regard to truly designing things that were specific to and took into account all of the nuances of a curvy body.
Yeah. So what happened there? They had to redo them? I mean, like, they took the liberty of doing it without asking. So
They're sitting in the corner of my office,
oh,
and I'm currently using them as coat racks. But it just took a couple more rounds to keep trying until we finally got forms that when you look at them, you're like, wow, that one looks like my mother. That looks like my friend, this one is me. And they're all really different from one another.
Okay, yes. So what does pari passu mean?
So pari passu is a Latin term, and it's used a lot in the legal world, and it literally translates to on equal footing or in equal step. And it's commonly used to say like, we're 50-50, we're equal partners. Okay. And when I first heard that phrase, and I had no idea what it meant. And when it was explained to me, I was like, oh, it's perfect. Because that's exactly what I want to do. I want to be able to offer curvy women the same style, the same quality, the same fabrication, the same construction that straight size women are offered in multitudes all over the place. So I felt like that really spoke to what I was trying to accomplish.
Yeah. And from what I have seen, you are accomplishing it, girl. Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. So thank you. This has been great FAQs. I'm not letting you go just yet. We have more to talk about. So more style access after the break. Welcome back. We are still here with Shanna, and we're going to move into another part of the conversation about not one size fits all. So my first question, why is it important to understand how curvy women carry their weight differently?
Again, another great question. So, from your own body, from looking at the women around you, the women your friends, your family, we all look different, right? We all carry weight differently. And then especially as we age, then we really start carrying weight differently.
Boy, do I know.
From experience. So it's important to take that into consideration if you want to make something that is very tailored or something that doesn't rely on elastics or a lot of stretch to compensate for fit. And so when you're thinking about the shapes of a woman's body, you can see quite clearly that some women hold weight up top, some women hold weight towards the bottom of their body, some women hold their weight toward the front, and some women hold their weight towards the back of their body. And all of those things are really important to take into consideration, much more important than just what is your numeric size.
Mm-hmm. So after you determine your shape, how do you determine your fit?
So it's pretty easy for when you do it on our website at paripasushop.com. There's an algorithm. It's called Find Your Fit. All you have to do is enter your height, your weight, your bra size, and your age, and select an illustration that best describes how you look. And then the algorithm will tell you, you know, you are a B3, you are a D4, you know, and it'll help you to choose the correct size.
So how has your design helped create a better shopping experience for curvy women?
So I have always found the shopping experience for curvy women in person, certainly, to be frustrating at the best of times, and downright disrespectful in some of the, you know, in the worst of times. Mm-hmm. It is maddening to, you know, look at a pair of pants, you know, in one brand you're a 16, in another brand you're a 20. It's confusing and it's time consuming. And, you know, a lot of women just throw their hands up and say, you know what, I'm ordering it online. I don't care. I'll deal with this, you know, later. And that's if you're lucky enough to even find your size, because most stores, quite frankly, especially department stores, don't carry extended sizes. So what we've tried to do is ask women to come to us with a totally open mind. Forget that someone told you you're a size 16. Forget that you think you're a 20 in this brand. Simply enter just numbers, facts, your height, your weight, your bra size, your age. With none of the stigma attached to it, we will throw, you know, put that into the algorithm and it will tell you what your shape and your size are.
Yeah.
And we started at the number 1 and we go up. Currently we go up to a 7, but we have data so that we can go up to a 9 or a 10, so that it's not confusing as far as, well, I think I'm a 16, you know? It's like, let's just start at 1.
Yeah. Yeah, it is so, like you said, it's so frustrating. And if you're doing it, you know, online, it's just like, what do I do? You know, so I'm glad that you have this algorithm that you could just enter the data, you know, do the algorithm and then figure it out. Because I mean, it's better for everyone. You have less returns, you have, you know, and then, you know, you're so happy once you know, go through the questionnaire, you get your pieces, and, you know, it's just so great just to try on something.
It's super easy to use.
Yeah.
And it just streamlines the whole experience. Mm-hmm. And like I said, it just makes it very matter of fact. You know, here's your shape, here's your size, go on and shop.
Yeah. And it would be good if, you know, it could be translated to other brands, you know? Yeah. But yeah, that's just a good thing. So you'll know, because you're programmed to be like, okay, I'm a size 16, like you said, but then it's just always when you go somewhere else, it's something else. So yeah. Yeah. At the end of the day, you just want to know for, you know, whatever brand you're dealing with. And especially if you love that brand, you just want to have, you know, the knowledge so you can get the pieces that you want. So I totally get it. And thank you for doing, you know, taking the extra step to do that. Because like you said, so many people are programmed just to know that one side. So yeah. So yes. So next, I wanted to talk about like everyday wear. Mm-hmm. So what does a good wardrobe consist of?
A good wardrobe consists of pieces that make you feel confident and happy and beautiful. Full stop. That's what a good wardrobe consists of. And I would take it one step further and say a good wardrobe is one that when you get up in the morning and you open your closet, you're not paralyzed by decision making. You know that every piece works, that they work together,
Mhm.
and that you can just grab something quickly and go instead of standing there, wondering what you're going to do today.
Yeah, that is so true.
A good wardrobe should make your life simple.
Yeah. And that is, sometimes you do have to go through and do that purging exercise and then get rid of the stuff that doesn't fit, that you haven't worn, like you said, and, get that great wardrobe that you can just
Absolutely.
say, okay, I'm feeling like this today. I'm feeling like that. And you know that, these pieces fit. I'm good for, unless I gain weight, I'm good for the next, 6 months to a year. And, yeah, so I totally agree. Now, as far as building a luxury wardrobe, is there a difference?
I think there is a difference. To me, luxury lies in having choices, right? So being able to say, this makes me feel great and I love it and I'm going to invest in it. Every woman should have pieces in her closet that she knows time and again are never going to let her down. And to me, that's a luxury. That knowing that that's there and it's perfect is a luxury. The perfect black pant, an amazing trench coat, a white t-shirt that is just simply perfect, whether you wear it with jeans or, a skirt or whatever. Those key items, to me, having the best one that you can have of those key items, to
Mm-hmm.
me is luxury.
Yeah, I agree. I so agree. And as far as transitional pieces, how important is that to your overall wardrobe?
I think for me, I live in New York and it all comes down to layering, whether I'm, something that pieces that I can throw on, pull off as the temperatures change. To me, that, helps create a seasonless wardrobe.
Mhm.
I love the idea of seasonless dressing, and most of the items in our line truly are seasonless.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Well, I can't wait to, our next segment is the lookbook. So we finally get to see the pieces. So I can't wait for this upcoming segment. So more after the break. We're back. As I teed up before, we can now see the fantastic pieces. So let's dive in, Shanna.
You got it. Let's do it. So I'm sharing right now some pieces from our third collection. And we dropped this around late spring. Again, due to coronavirus, we kind of got a later start than we had hoped putting this stuff up. But I think what's important about these looks is that they really are timeless, in the sense that you can wear them into the fall and wear them next spring and they still feel really fresh and relevant. So on the gorgeous Sydney, in this picture is a chiffon button down in zebra with a silk satin zebra wrap skirt.
Mm-hmm. And I'm so happy if we could just go back one. I just
Yeah, of course.
so often people think that they can't wear animal print. They don't. And that's why I'm just like, she looks wonderful with this piece. And it's not, too much, even the top and bottom. I'm just glad that, people have the options, because people just think that, maybe I can't do it. But when you have this in your collection, it's fitting her so well. It looks great on her. That gives people, again, I don't know why people feel, or I don't know if it's society or what, but they feel that they can't do animal print.
No, let me tell you something. Animal print is like, it's the new denim. You can wear it, the neutral. You can wear it with anything. You can wear it all together like this in one bold look. You can piece it back with any other staple, with jeans, with pants, with a black skirt, whatever, and it still looks completely, completely fresh and amazing.
Yes, totally agree.
Speaking of which, another piece, talk about a wardrobe staple, is a super solid, sharp white suit. What
Love it.
I love the long line of the wide leg, and Sydney has our chiffon pussy bow blouse on underneath. So this suit is so versatile. It's just as amazing with, you know, a black t-shirt underneath, a black silk cami, anything works with this. And as separates, they work too.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say, how you can just transition. Like we was talking about transitional pieces earlier. Just the blazer, how you can just wear that with some cut off jeans if you like, look, some thigh high boots. I'm ready to. But yeah, you could just wear this and like the pants. You could just do that in so many ways, like you said, with a t-shirt, a tank top, anything. So, but just together, it just looks so crisp, and I love it. She's doing it some justice.
She is doing it more than justice. And what I love about it is that it is truly fitted to her. Like the waistband of that trouser is designed like a true menswear pant. It has curtaining all the way around. It does not have an elastic waist, and yet it fits perfectly. It's super comfortable. It's, you know, she was in this for hours and she loved it. It's such an amazing pant.
Now, I do want to go back on something that you said about, you know, like men. Is that something that's new, that we're tailoring pants as like a men's fit, or is that, you know, just something you're trying out now?
It's something that's always in season year after year. It really, the difference is the shape of the leg, you know? So, but what I like about it is that if you want to tuck in a blouse, it looks as good from the front as it does from the back. I think one of the things that drives me a little bit crazy about a lot of pants that are designed for curvy women is that they have a really wide elastic waistband. And that may be great as far as fitting a wide variety of people, but you can't tuck a blouse into that and look good from behind. It's just, it looks a little sloppy. So that's why we have 21 different sizes so that you can, or shapes and sizes, so you can find the perfect pair that fits you without that elastic in the band, that you can totally tuck a blouse into and look as good coming as you look going.
Yeah. Okay.
So the next look, oh, I love this. So this is a blue and white striped cotton linen. We did it as a tunic and as a wrap skirt. The tunic is layered over the white pant from the previous outfit. And this white button down is what we call our perfect button down. This also comes in 21 different shapes and sizes, because no woman should have to suffer from a blouse that pulls open at the button.
Yes. And is that contribute to what? Your I mean, I know it's your bust or just the make of it. Like why does that occur?
It occurs because clothes are not, let me back up for a second. We believe that we should make clothes to fit women, that women shouldn't have to change to fit into what we create. So time and time again, you see something that comes in, small, medium, large, extra large, or 12, 14, 16, 18. We have 21 different, that wouldn't work if you were trying to buy a bra that fit correctly. So why should a fitted blouse be any different? Does a tunic need to come in 21 shapes and sizes? No, it's a totally different silhouette. But if you're looking for something really tailored and really fit, it has to be done right, and you need to have multiples based on shape.
Right. Okay.
Let's see, our next look. Here's the wrap skirt again, back to our perfect black tee with little buttons on the shoulder,
Mm-hmm.
and the pussy bow blouse styled just over a bra, and our black trousers, our black merit trouser.
Yes, and I just love the tie detail right there. Oh, it just gives it something. It just takes it up a notch. I love it.
Looks amazing. I love that blouse on her.
Yes.
This little group was one of my favorites of the season. This is an imported embroidered lace. It's a shell. It has, what you can't see is that it ties with a ribbon at the back and it falls open. So you could either wear it if you're feeling, if you're going out or whatever, you could wear it just with a bra, underneath and show off your lower back, or you could wear it with a little camisole underneath for more coverage. And then this is absolutely my favorite piece from this collection. It is a jacquard swing coat with a huge collar. It is, it's not exactly reversible. The inside seams are taped, but you can see that it reverses on the collar and the cups with a really attractive like bracelet length to show off your wrist. It's such an incredible piece. And I hear time and time again, this is one of the things that drives me nuts. Like, curvy women can't wear stripes, or curvy women, shouldn't wear loud prints. Or here's another one, curvy women shouldn't wear things that are oversized. That jacket is designed to be oversized, and she looks stellar.
Yes. And I love the bracelet length. I just love the popper color because I'm a color lady. I love
You
color.
got your red lip on. Yeah.
So I just love the red on her skin tone. Like you said, with the blouse, I would love to just see the back. It just sounds so sexy with the opening. And who don't want to feel sexy? So
right.
Love it.
Absolutely. And then this is the last look from this group. It is a silk tee that zips up the back, and the skirt that has the cutout detail. So this is actually this bit of raffia lace that is inset just to show a little bit of skin. I absolutely die for this look. It's been one of our, I think this has been our most successful look from this season.
Yeah, I really like the hint of, peekaboo at the bottom. It's nothing wrong with that. I love it. So that was
the bias cut really hugs her curves. She looks so sexy.
Yes. Yes, you did a fantastic job on this collection. I really love the pieces. Any final thoughts?
Absolutely. So one of the things that I come up against a lot when I'm talking to people about women, especially, like, when they're asking me, I'm not sure if I want to spend the money on this right now because, I'm on a diet, I'm going to lose 5 pounds, and then I'm going to totally like redo my wardrobe or whatever. You get to a certain point in your life at a certain age where you say, no, I'm worth it right now. And if it were up to me, that age would be any age. And that point in time would be all the points in time. Women have been conditioned, by pictures and images in media of thin women, and you're never good enough. And it's a pressure that no one needs to put on themselves. You deserve to look gorgeous, to feel confident, and to be your best self every day. So, if these clothes are something that speak to you, if this is something that's within your price range, go for it.
Yeah.
Don't let anyone tell you otherwise.
Yeah. And like you, just to piggyback on what you said, so many times people do, feel like they need permission to wear, or they've been conditioned to hear so many things that you get from the media that you shouldn't.
Absolutely.
And I'm just so glad that you have a collection that showcase that you can do it and you can just look great doing it, and just pushing all that to the side. Like, you don't need anybody's permission. You have fantastic designers like yourself out here doing it. And, just take advantage of it. Like you said, don't wait. Buy it now.
Absolutely.
Don't wait, because you may never get down to that time.
Right?
So
Life's too
invest
short.
now.
Life's too short.
So thank you so
Thank
much,
you
Shauna.
so much
Oh
for
my
having me.
God.
It's been so much fun. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. More style access after the break.
There's no one formula to fit all bodies, and there's no one formula to fulfill the nuances of our individual personal tastes. We believe that fashion is about feeling great in the looks we love and feeling great in who we are. If you like any of the pieces shown on this episode, shop them at peripasushop.com. We want to hear from you. So if you haven't left us a review yet, please do so on our YouTube page and let us know what your biggest takeaway from this episode is. Or let us know in general what you like about style access, or some ideas you may have for us to grow and better this show. Also, tag and hashtag us at Style Access Show and Style True, and include our amazing guest, Shauna, to share your curvy girl outfit pics. We can't wait to see it. Until next time.